SMT Nation, we back. Looks like AT&T and Verizon are looking to get some assets from I guess a regional provider that's shutting its doors. All right, sad news to see them go, but you know the big players are going to want these assets, right? And they're going to look for the opportunity to capitalize on possibly getting some spectrum. Let's talk about it here in today's video. The article from Dano Randall Jr. will be linked in the description. You guys will find it there, and ways to support us can be found there as well. All right, so the company's name is Pioneer, and they've been out of the wireless business now for several months, and they started to transition their customers over to other, providers. So sending them over to Verizon, T-Mobile, AT&T, whoever, right? Since they don't really have anywhere else to send them, and they do operate an actual, legitimate mobile network. So tower sites, and they've got antennas and radios hung, and they've got spectrum licenses. So Verizon has reached out to the FCC asking for approval or clearance to go ahead and purchase some of those licenses. The operator is based out of Oklahoma, right? This Pioneer company, and they have some 700 megahertz and some PCS that possibly, they might want. Well, AT&T, I think, got it from them. But there's additionally some other PCS and AWS 1 and 3 involved, and that's where Verizon wants to come in. So they've made deals with AT&T before. Now Verizon is looking to get in on the other spectrum that remains. And this would be huge for Verizon because Verizon is upgrading their network as we speak across large swaths of the country. It would be very easy for them to kind of go ahead and do all of these radio upgrades and then have the additional bandwidth to put to use and to put on air. And of course, Verizon has pre-existing relationships with these types of rural providers with the LRA program. And, all this has been very harmonious, actually. So I don't think the FCC is going to have a problem with this. It doesn't make sense for them to not approve or allow them to discuss terms with Pioneer. I mean, what's the other option? You just sit on the licenses and do nothing? No, the FCC wants to put them to work, and that'll be pretty easy to make that happen. With respect to the rural provider situation, they're all kind of going extinct, guys. They're not viable in today's mobile network space. In today's mobile networking, landscape, you gotta scale. These upgrades are super expensive on these regional providers. Vendor options are limited. You can't put up Huawei gear, all these other things. Look at what Verizon did, right? Just basically purchasing Bluegrass in Kentucky, Triangle Mobile in Montana. I remember the West Central Wireless deal we reported on several months ago. So you've got towers, you've got licenses. You might as well just find a good home for this stuff, right? And AT&T was approved for it, so I don't see why Verizon wouldn't get the approval either. And we've seen T-Mobile get involved, right? iWireless and Iowa Wireless, whatever it was called, and all those things. And US Cellular is looking to sell, and all these other regionals. It's bon voyage to the regional provider, I guess. Anyways, tell me what you guys think. Do you think Verizon should be approved for this, or do you think there should be a better way to handle this? Your thoughts and opinions welcome down below. You're the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard.